So I've got some problems with this.
Present. Almost our anniversary, isn't it?
There's a serial killer. I want your perspective.
First anniversary games, paper. What makes you think I come so cheap?
I thought you'd be curious.
You think I could offer this stuff?
Don't you?
You have pictures. It's violence. It's so baroque. Oh, he likes little puzzles, doesn't he? So meticulous. Like he's been planning this his whole life. I know who he is.
Who is he?
He's a nobody. Wants to be somebody. The mayor, the commissioner. Yeah. He's got ambition.
You think his motive is political?
Oh, no. This is very, very personal. He feels these people have all wronged him. Probably goes way back. Unhealed wounds, stolen lunch money.
Why is he writing to me?
Maybe he's a fan of yours? Or maybe he's got a grudge against you too. Maybe you're the main course. Any theories?
Not yet.
Really? You're normally so ahead of the curve. But something is different this time. This is very upsetting to you.
Let's get back to him.
Why? You're so much more fun.
I'm not here to talk about me.
What are you here to talk about?
I want to know how he thinks.
You know exactly how he thinks. Have you read this file? You two have so much in common. Masked Avengers. So he's even more righteous. Oh, are you afraid he makes you look soft?
You're wasting my time.
Okay. I'll tell you what I really think. I think you don't really care about his motives, whether he loves or hates you. I think somewhere deep down, you're just terrified. 'Cause he's wrong, huh? You think they deserved it, huh? You think they deserved it.
So I've got some problems with this. I wasn't a huge fan of the new Batman. It had some good parts. It had some good elements to it. But this scene does not make sense in the sphere of the Batman universe, the Batman arc. And let's go through them. Right. So, I know he's a young Batman. I know he's starting off in his career as Batman. This is probably around his second year as Batman. But even so, Batman was never stupid. Right. And the implication here of him going to the Joker and giving him paper, and the Joker saying that the paper is their like 1 year anniversary, paper being the 1 year anniversary, is that he's gone up against the Joker and he's stopped him and he's put him in Arkham already. And what's up with these huge fucking metal neck things that are clearly bigger than their heads? I mean, couldn't they simply just, take them off? Anyway, doesn't matter. So he's gone up against the Joker. He's clearly stopped him. He's put him in Arkham. That's where he's visiting him. Right? In any iteration of the Batman where he's gone up against the Joker, he's had to understand him. Right? He knows who the Joker is now. And in knowing who the Joker is, he understands that he's psychotic, he's deranged, he's unhinged, but he's also fucking brilliant. And all he fucking wants is to cause dissension and chaos and to manipulate and all these fucking things that only the Joker wants. Now, in knowing this, why the fuck would he go to the Joker for help? There's no way he goes to the Joker for help in order to... What does he want to do? He wants to create a... What do they fucking call these things? Profile a serial killer, right? Anyway, we're also talking about the world's greatest detective here, right? He's got no theories on how to figure out the fucking thing. This is supposed to be the Batman version that is the noir detective. And who does he go to? The first thing he does, he goes to the Joker for help. I don't know what part of this, deleted scene was supposed to be, part of the movie. We don't know that. What does he do? He goes to the Joker for help. So for me, this just doesn't make any sense in terms of the Batman as being part of the Batman, right? Yeah, it's a big problem for me. It also reeks a little bit of, like Red Dragon, where Ed Norton goes to Hannibal Lecter and gives him the files and says, thought it might interest you almost. He says in Red Dragon, to see if you're smarter than the guy that we're trying to catch, whatever, Reeks of that a little bit,
And there's another reason.
I'm all ears.
I thought you might enjoy the challenge. Find out if you're smarter than the person I'm looking for.
For me, it played that way in a little bit of an obvious way. I'm a huge Batman fan, and I'm an even bigger Joker fan. I love the intricacies of the Joker. The clown, prince of crime, and all of that. I've really loved the Joker for a long time. And, for me, Heath Ledger's Joker, as I think we can all agree, was the greatest movie interpretation of the Joker I think we've ever seen. Thanks to Heath Ledger, rest in peace wherever you are, Heath. You truly did wonders. And also thanks to Chris Nolan for bringing that to the big screen as well. Joaquin also did a great job in a very different way. Joaquin Phoenix. So yeah, I think it did, the weird sort of Hannibal Lecter sort of way, other side of the glass, giving in the files, that sort of crazy crap. And then there was a weird sort of thing of words. I don't know if you sort of picked it up. I picked it up. In The Dark Knight, the Joker says something in the interrogation scene. This wasn't an interrogation. This was the Batman going to the Joker for help. Some YouTube clips I've seen are pegging it as an interrogation. This wasn't an interrogation. That when the Dark Knight scene was an interrogation, which flipped into a sort of different, the Joker flipped it into an interrogation sort of Batman. But in that scene, in The Dark Knight, the Joker says something to Batman, where he says, maybe I'm just ahead of the curve. And he's referring to where he says that these civilized people, when the chips are down, these civilized people will eat each other. See, and he says, I'm not a monster. Maybe I'm just ahead of the curve.
See, I'm not a monster. I'm just ahead of the curve.
And in this scene...
Any theories?
Not yet.
Really? You're normally so ahead of the curve.
He says, the Joker here says to Batman, when he says, do you have any theories? And Batman says, no, which I find it fucking ridiculous, because this is the world's greatest detective, the Caped Crusader. This is Batman we're talking about, and he has no theories, I mean, he's fucking investigating this guy, he's fucking got no theories. This is ridiculous to me, But anyway, he says, and the Joker says to him, he says, usually you're just ahead of the curve. I mean, come on. I don't know what Matt Reeves or whoever fucking wrote the screenplay for this thing is thinking, but come on here. This is all a bit ridiculous to me, using almost the exact wording here. Are you just flipping it here? I don't know. I picked that up. Maybe it's coincidence, maybe not. But it was just a bit too coincidental for me. So, I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of love for this scene. If they shot it, why didn't they put it in the movie? Look, I don't know. I can't say why they didn't put it in the movie if they shot it. They say Matt Reeves I saw a thing with Matt Reeves saying that he wanted to release it afterwards to sort of introduce the Joker afterwards. But it's sort of, it would have made, the scene at the end of the Batman where the Joker meets the Riddler in the cells at the end and he tells him that riddle, it gives a lot more context to that, because it tells the story. I mean, it tells the story a lot better of how he knew who the Riddler was, and he tells him that riddle, and it sort of ingratiates the Riddler to him a lot more, otherwise how the hell would he have known who the Riddler was, so, I mean, it gives a lot more context to that scene, and that wasn't in the movie. So, I mean, it kind of left me in the movie, when I watched the movie, kind of wondering, how the fuck does he know who this guy is? It's not like he's got a fucking TV in his cell. This is the guy that's fucking left in solitary confinement constantly. How the hell does he know who the fucking Riddler is? So, yeah, it would have made a lot more sense if it was in the movie. Secondly, I don't like this actor as the Joker. I don't think you can just get any actor to play the Joker. Not at this point. Not with what's been done recently with the Joker. I mean, not after Heath Ledger, not after Joaquin Phoenix. Even Jared Leto, I would say to some extent. Not that I loved his interpretation of the Joker, but he's definitely a much more established actor and a much better actor. I didn't love how this went down. Yeah, it wasn't a terrible scene, but it just doesn't work for me at all. I mean, come on. Come on, Batman fans. Come on, Joker fans. This just doesn't work. Come on. Use your head. Use your love of the characters. Use your love of Batman. This doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Why would he go to the Joker for help? The Joker's not going to help him. Why would the Joker help him find a criminal? It just doesn't make sense, people. So yeah, that's my interpretation of this. I hope we can all see sense and come to this conclusion. And, you know, it did end with the Joker doing what the Joker would do, you know, trying to get inside Batman's head. So that ultimately was how it would have played out, you know. But Batman, I don't care how far into his Batman career, I don't care how young he was, having gone up against the Joker already, having stopped him, having put him in Arkham, he would have known these things. He would have known this, and he wouldn't have gone to the Joker for help. So, this, in context and in light of these things, I think we should all agree, and we can all agree, that this scene just didn't make sense. So, if you agree with me, props to you. Anyway, like, subscribe, tell me what you think. That's it for me.